I'm the Texas Deaconess. At the request of the deacon, I am reading to you the Constitution of the United States of America. We're going to start tonight with Article 6. All debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be as valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. The senators and representatives before mentioned, and the members of the several state legislatures, and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution, but no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. Article 7. The ratification of the conventions of 9 states shall be sufficient for the establishment of this Constitution between the states so ratifying the same. Done in convention by the unanimous consent of the states, present the 17th day of September in the year of our Lord 1787, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 12th, in witness whereof we have hereunto subscribed our names. I'm going to read you the names of the signers of the Constitution. The first name is George Washington, President and Deputy from Virginia. For Delaware, George Reed, who was also a signer of the Declaration of Independence. Also signing for Delaware were Gunning Bedford Jr., John Dickinson, Richard Bassett, and Jocko Broome. For Maryland, James McHenry, Dan of St. Thomas, Daniel Carroll. For Virginia, John Blair and James Madison Jr. For North Carolina, William Blount, Richard Dobb Spate, and Hugh Williamson. Representing South Carolina, J. Rutledge, Charles Cotsworth Pinckney, and Charles Pinckney. Pierce Butler. Georgia, William Few, and Abraham Baldwin. New Hampshire, John Langdon, Nicholas Gilman. Massachusetts, Nathaniel Gorham and Rufus King. For Connecticut, William Samuel Johnson. Roger Sherman. Roger was also a signer of the Declaration of Independence. For New York, Alexander Hamilton. New Jersey, Will Livingston, David Brearley, William Patterson, and Jonathan Dayton. For Pennsylvania, Benjamin Franklin, who was also a signer of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Mifflin, Robert Morris, who was also a signer of the Declaration, George Clymer, who was also a signer of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Fitzsimmons, Jared Ingersoll, Governor Morris, and James Wilson, who was also a signer of the Declaration. And attesting to the signatures was William Jackson, Secretary. That finishes up our reading of the Constitution. Next lesson, we're going to begin by reading the amendments to the Constitution of the United States. We'll read you the amendment and we'll tell you the dates that they were passed, because that'll give you more information and a little more insight. Hope you can join us.